Let's see what we can get done this year. Yeah? You gonna do it? Hey, beautiful people on the internet. I don't know why I think that's stupid funny. Okay, it's not funny, but I think it's funny. It's kind of cold out here in Texas. 30 degrees or below, 40 degrees or 40 degrees. It's very cold here to us. I don't tend to watch a lot of content creators that do what I do because I don't want to mimic in some way or replicate, but I don't tend to piece a lot, so I was watching a couple of piecers. One of them was how she organized her stash and stuff and how she thinks, and I loved it. But there was another one, and if I have the information, I'll put it down here. She's doing 12 projects. And the way she's doing the 12 projects is she showed the projects and put a number on each project and then pulled out the number and worked on that project. I thought that would be really great for quilting. Long arm quilting. So I was gonna get some bins, which I have not gotten, and I was gonna put 12 projects in there so I could long arm one project at a time. A lot of these are pretty finished quilt tops. I just need to add some stuff to them and get them done. January, I know this is late, so the end of January, middle of January, I started finishing that block swap, and I'm so proud of myself. I am currently putting the binding on it, and I'm going to finish it. It's a block swap that I've needed to finish for years. It sat in the back of my long arm for a couple years. I think I did it in 2018 when I did the block swap, and when I finished the top was 19, and it's just been kind of sitting around, not getting done. So I will show you what that looks like because currently I'm just putting binding on it. But I thought we could kind of start by me sharing some of the quilt tops that I want to work on in 2024. And I'm going to get some bins somehow and number them. And then every month I'm going to come up in the beginning of the month and say, okay, let's work on one. So even though I'm late to the show, I'll share with you my quilts that I need to work on. I really do want to custom quilt a lot of my quilts, and that's why they're not getting done, because I want to custom quilt them. So this is to me going to be a custom quilting challenge and basically a quilting challenge depending on what I want to get done. Now, for some reason this year I've had a lot of stuff that I need to finish and I've left kind of hanging. I tend to be a finisher, but I'm a finisher for clients and not a finisher for me lately. And so let me share what are the quilts that I want to get done that are mine and that I am considering really densely custom quilting them, or kind of just forget the custom quilting, just get them done. So I did a tutorial years ago, I think in 2018, of how to make the quilt blocks that make this quilt pattern. I don't think I've made the pattern or shared the pattern, but this is one of them. What this one needs, it needs a border, and you could also see that I had already been working on marking the quilt and sharing how I was going to quilt it, but then I even have a little marking table that I designed that I wanted to laser with specific markings, and this is my border fabric. I already have it all together, so this is one of them. We're probably gonna number this one as number 3, okay? Now if I don't want to custom quilt it, I could just quilt it with Minky. Oh, I love Minky. I may do that, okay? No judging. It's to get it done. All right, another project I want to finish, sorry I'm in your face, is this one. I did this, I literally have the pattern. I've done a video on the block. It's called Repeating Cross Block. This is so old. I even think I did a video on this, on how to put the border on, how not to put a wavy border. I don't even know if I did the border right because it's been so long. I want to finish this one, and I guess I'll count this as number 4. I'll put number 4 for her. I think I just want to quilt it because I was going to start like stitching in the ditch and make it fancy pants. I think it's too much. Maybe not. I could meander and then just, anyway. we'll see how this goes, okay? But I do have minky back fabric of this color, sorry, that I think would be beautiful. But a lot of these quilts, the reason they're not done is because my whole purpose and intention was to, look how beautiful the block is, was to make this a custom quilt. We have a year, whole year of 2025. We're still in January. Another one that I want to custom quilt is this one. I created the pattern, I designed this one, and I really do want to custom quilt this one. I do have videos on every single block. Every single block. This chain block, this other block, and this block. It's 3 blocks to make this quilt. And I also have a video on how to make diamond borders. Yes, diamond borders. And I want to custom quilt this, but a lot of it I didn't know what to do on the edges with the log cabin. So I kind of got stuck and just put it in a box. So we're gonna call this number 5. I have videos for all of these, okay? So girl, she has a library of videos. Another one that I have wanted to custom quilt and never done is this one. Oops. Is this one. Isn't she lovely? I hand applicate all the butterflies. I did a video on how I hand applicate if you want to see that. I have a video, and I even think on the video you could see the pattern on how to make this heart. And this is just ultimately 2 jelly rolls, a rainbow jelly roll and a black and gray and white jelly roll, or just strips. Anyway, I want to long arm quilt this one. We will call this one that will be number 6. I know you've seen parts of this one. Like I said, last year I didn't finish a lot of my projects. I'm not gonna judge, but yeah. So this is, she's close to being done. I just need to design the border and decide how I wanna do the border. Is this sweet Jesus banner. I gave the other one away. It broke my heart. I think this one's going to be so beautiful. Look at that quilting. I wanted to make this probably number 2 on my list, and then I'll have all that organized. But my number 1 currently that I'm working on is the block swap. I'm hand stitching the binding, so I kind of already long armed one and finished one. Goals. Okay, so this is another one. And let me just share, those are the ones that I have made. I created them. I found a whole bunch of beautiful antique quilts. I would really love to finish this antique quilt. I think it's so beautiful. There was so much work put into it. It's stained. I probably need to wash it first before I long arm it. But yeah, I would love, look how beautiful. I was gonna custom quilt this one, but when I looked at the staining and some of the problems on it, I was like, you know what? It's not worth all that work for a quilt that could just be a sweet, beautiful throw around quilt. These are not mine. She's a very large quilt. I would love to finish this one and just give it to somebody, randomly give this one away to somebody and bless somebody with this one. Move over, Ma. But it's applique. I love this quilt. I had a quilt like this one and it came out so beautiful. I want to finish this one and long arm it probably with some beautiful minky and make this into a beautiful throw. Don't go nowhere. You know you've seen this one, and you know I'm longing to custom quilt this one. This is probably gonna take me maybe 2 months to custom quilt, but I want to finish this one for sure in 2024. I have some hefty goals out there, huh guys? So this is also another goal. I already have items for this, like back fabric, batting, everything ready for this one. But this is a big goal. I think I'm gonna see if I could get a little project in there for 1 month, because I know this is probably gonna take 2 months, but I still wanna get it done. I have a small goal. I remember a friend of mine, she ended up making this beautiful Joe's Club, and I'll probably long arm it for her and do custom work on this one, and then probably give it back to her. I know I still got a project done that month. I even think I have a couple of these Joe Clubs, and I'll go ahead and find them and add them to this, and I'll share that in another video. But these two, another set. All right, another one that I want to get done, and I'm not going to, this one. It's a barn yarn quilt. What I love about it is the person who made this quilt accidentally put this row backwards, and I think that's what makes it so neat and unique. So I'm gonna leave it just like that. So if you guys wanna do this with me, I would like you to join Lorena's Quilting Facebook group, and I will publicly on YouTube draw out a number and share the project that I have gotten done. But maybe on my Facebook group, if you wanted to share what you're working on, how it's going, what you're doing, and then we could just do this as a community together. That's what I was kind of thinking. I want to do this for long arm quilting, and I also want to do it for piecing, because there's some projects I do really want to work on. But we'll see. But let's do the long arm quilting first, and then maybe I'll get everything together for my other projects and do a video for that. And then anyway, we'll have fun. We're gonna have fun this year. I'm gonna make sure of it.